Okay, good morning once again to all of you. Welcome to the sixth, what you call second
Good
day of,
morning, sir.
welcome to the second day of the chapter study of compound sulfuric acid. This is chapter 7D. Today is 6th of August 2021. It is a Friday and it is a third period. Now, till yesterday, I had explained you in the previous class regarding the introduction of sulfuric acid, regarding some uses of sulfuric acid, okay, and some other details about sulfuric acid in the previous class. Today, I am supposed to explain and continue in this chapter discussing the properties of sulfuric acid. Okay. Now, physical properties of sulfuric acid. Now, as you already know, sulfuric acid it is also called oil of vitriol. Now, my question is, why is sulfuric acid called oil of vitriol? Why? Why?
Because it is made out of green vitriol.
Very good.
So it is made
Very
out
good.
of green vitriol.
Very good, very good. So, sulfuric acid is called oil of vitriol because it was initially prepared by the destructive distillation of green vitriol. Very good, I like that. Okay, now, what is the chemical name of green vitriol? Not the formula. If you can tell me the formula
Green
also,
vitriol. FeS
Fe.
dot 7H2O.
Very good.
FeSO4 dot 7H2O.
FeSO4 dot 7H2O. Okay, so
Seven.
FeSO4.7H2O. Okay, so that is ferrous sulfate heptahydrate. That is ferrous sulfate heptahydrate. Now, once more for the boys, those who are still joining the class, okay, the last and the final reminder or notice: if you are absent for more than 5 days, if you have been absent till now, or if you remain absent for more than 5 days for the live chemistry classes, your your unit test examination answer script and and the final term examination answer scripts will not be evaluated. I will straight away mark
So you
absent
saw
over
my
there
message yesterday.
and
So you
submit.
saw my message yesterday.
Yes, and but you have to give me a reason beforehand. After the class is over, you are absent, then you don't send me the message.
So,
You must send me the message
so my wife.
beforehand. Okay,
So,
never
so,
mind.
so, so what the Wi-Fi was not working, so then I couldn't send messages.
Okay. So you can use mobile data to send the message also, no? Or
So
send
we
me
don't get.
SMS.
So
You
we
know
don't
what
get
is
network.
what
So
is
we don't get
SMS?
2G.
What is SMS? You know?
Smart message. Smart
SMS.
message. Yes, sir.
Yeah, use SMS also to send messages. Okay.
So it's a messaging app.
Okay.
Hello.
Now let us come to the physical properties of sulfuric acid, oil of vitriol. Okay. Now, while I am transacting the lesson, please mute yourselves because I can hear a lot of background noise from there. Somebody's parent is screaming like anything, you know. Okay, now physical properties of sulfuric acid. The first one, sulfuric acid is colorless, odorless, and viscous oily liquid. Viscous means it flows very slowly. It has a high viscosity, oily liquid. Sulfuric acid is hygroscopic. It absorbs moisture, meaning of hygroscopic, and it is corrosive in nature. It is corrosive in nature. Then the next point is melting point of sulfuric acid is 10 degrees Celsius. It is 10 degrees Celsius. Boiling point spelling is wrong over here. It is boiling. Boiling point 290 degrees Celsius. Okay, this you don't have to learn. Okay, but I'm mentioning it. Dilute sulfuric acid containing 65% H2SO4 and density is 1.55 gram per centimeter cube. Okay, it has a density which is considerably high. Okay, compared to other chemicals. After that, concentrated sulfuric acid contains 98%. So this I think you should remember. Dilute sulfuric acid means 65% concentration, and common sulfuric acid is 98% concentration. Yes, yes,
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
So which one is more dangerous, dilute or concentrated?
Dilute.
So
but the contains or concentrated as that 98% H2SO4 and
Yeah.
dilute as 65%.
Yeah,
How?
correct.
Why?
If there is more water, no.
Just because dilute contains more
Dilute
ions.
dilute contains more ions, and if there are more ions in a solution,
Yeah.
that solution is likely to be more reactive. Whereas 98% sulfuric acid contains less ions. It is reactive, but it reacts very slowly. Okay, it is not fast like dilute sulfuric acid. Okay. Moreover, Kong sulfuric acid
So
has a
like
density. Yes.
acid.
Hmm. Tell me.
So like when they do acid attacks, so do they use dilute or concentrated?
When they use dilute. They dilute. It depends what is available to them. Okay. Are you planning to do some acid attack or something like that? Huh? No. Okay, never mind. Now let's come back. Strong sulfuric
Thinking.
acid contains 98% sulfuric acid.
Sir.
Don't think. Okay. You will go under non-billable. Okay. Now, Kong sulfuric acid contains 98% sulfuric acid. Density is higher, 1.839 gram per centimeter cube. Okay. If you have 100% sulfuric acid, it has a density still higher, 1.838 gram per centimeter cube, almost similar. Then last point, fuming sulfuric acid containing dissolved sulfur trioxide having density of 1.929 gram per centimeter cube. That is fuming sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid, which is hot and concentrated, it is called fuming sulfuric acid. Okay. Now, these were some physical properties of sulfuric acid. Besides these physical properties, you must remember one more thing. Sulfuric acid, it also forms a constant boiling mixture. Sulfuric acid also forms a constant boiling mixture, that we must remember. Besides these physical properties, some important ones I am writing down. Important physical properties. So I am writing down over there. Sulfuric acid. Just a second. Sulfuric acid forms a constant boiling mixture. At 338 degrees Celsius. And at this temperature, no, it is containing 98.5% of the acid. Okay, so if you
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
What does constant boiling mixture mean?
yes, a constant boiling mixture is a mixture which boils without any change in its concentration. A constant boiling mixture is a mixture which boils without any change in its concentration. Okay, now let me explain this. Okay, let me explain to all of you what is constant boiling mixture. Say, if I take a container, and in this container I take, say, 65% sulfuric acid. Okay, am I clear? Now, once I have taken 65% sulfuric acid, now what I do is I want to increase its concentration. So to increase the concentration, what I can do is I can evaporate the water by using a Bunsen burner. Boil it from below, heat it from below, warm it from below. So the temperature rises. Say, if the temperature in the beginning is, say, 80 degrees Celsius, then it goes higher, 90 degrees Celsius. Okay, it goes still higher. It reaches, say, 300 degrees Celsius. It reaches, say, 310 degrees Celsius. Okay, so when the temperature reaches somewhere around 335 degrees Celsius, then we get sulfuric acid which is concentrated. So when this temperature is rising, it's increasing beyond 90, beyond 100 degrees Celsius, the water vapor escapes from here. Only the water vapor escapes. Are you getting it? Only the water vapor escapes in the form of vapor. Now, when the temperature has reached 335 degrees Celsius approximately, you get 98% sulfuric acid. Okay, and you still keep on warming it. You still keep on warming it by using a Bunsen burner. Okay. Now suddenly, when the temperature has reached exactly 338 degrees Celsius, then this 98% sulfuric acid, it will lose some more water vapor, and after that, suddenly its concentration becomes 98.5% when the temperature has become 338 degrees Celsius. Now, beyond 338 degrees and 98.5%, now you continue eating. Now is an important time when both when both water as well as sulfuric acid will evaporate. Both of them will evaporate by forming vapors. So such a mixture is called a constant boiling mixture. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so a constant boiling mixture is a mixture which boils without any change in its composition. Okay, so sulfuric acid, the point at which it becomes a constant boiling mixture, you must remember the temperature. It is 338 degrees Celsius containing 98.5% of the acid. So that is the
Excuse me,
constant
sir. The
boiling.
definition, sir.
Yeah, definition.
Excuse me, sir. The definition of constant boiling mixture will be is a mixture in which a mixture boils without change in its composition.
Correct, correct. That is the correct answer. Correct answer. Correct. That is correct. Okay. So a constant boiling mixture is a mixture which boils without any change in its concentration or composition. Okay. Am I clear with this? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful.
Doing
Yes,
concentration
Yes.
Sir,
Now,
understood.
pardon? Any question? Somebody was asking
No,
a
sir.
question.
No, sir.
Okay. So now,
Sir,
yes.
sir, I have a question, sir.
Yeah, ask. Very, very good. Ask the question.
If every acid burns skin,
Yes.
every acid,
Every acid will burn the skin. Every acid will burn the skin.
which acid
What?
burns the most?
Burn the most is sulfuric acid also, dilute sulfuric acid also, nitric acid also, hydrochloric acid. But it is between nitric acid
Sir.
and sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is most, dangerous. Dilute one.
Yes, sir.
Its burning is more severe by sulfuric acid. Okay. Am I clear with this now? Yes.
So how to
Yes,
increase
sir.
the concentration beyond 98?
Yes, sir.
Beyond, yeah, that I'll discuss now. That is why I wanted to discuss, but there was a question. Never mind. Now I'll explain that. Okay. Now, suppose you have sulfuric acid. Okay, you have sulfuric acids. Say 65% sulfuric acid in a container. You have 65% sulfuric acid in a container. Now, this 65% sulfuric acid in this container can be made can be made 98%. Can be made 98% sulfuric acid by boiling. It is possible by boiling. But beyond 98%, if you want to make it 98.5%, which is very, very pure, 98.5%, then we cannot use boiling. We cannot boil. Okay. It has to be distilled. So distillation or boiling cannot be used to concentrate sulfuric acid. The reason is it forms a constant boiling mixture at 98.5% and the temperature is 338 degrees Celsius. So
Then
we
what
have,
type?
we have to distill it. Distillation of water, distillation apparatus for preparing distilled water. In a similar way, we take sulfuric acid. We take sulfuric acid in a container. Okay. in a container, that is say 98%. Okay. We fix over here distillation apparatus like this. And there is a condenser over here, Liebig's condenser, okay, like this. And then over here a receiver. You can keep a receiver over here, okay, like this. And then warm this above 300 and say 38 degrees Celsius. Okay. So what happens? Sulfuric acid goes up, okay, then it condenses. Or you can apply methods which you have learned in class what do you call class 8 also. The other method is called fractional, fractional distillation also. Fractional distillation. In fractional distillation, you have a funnel, which you have a funnel, okay, and this funnel has like this, this funnel has like this grooves. Okay, so this is how you proceed with the distillation of sulfuric acid beyond 98%. Okay, so that's why they will ask you the question why sulfuric acid cannot be distilled or concentrated by distillation or boiling, because it forms a constant boiling mixture at 330 degrees. Though remember that it is very difficult to obtain 98.5% sulfuric acid by any one of these methods, either distillation or boiling. So other methods like fractional distillation, okay, they have to be used. Okay, so is this clear now? Is this clear? Okay.
Yes.
Now,
Uh,
now moving to the next slide over here. Now, how do you dilute? How do you dilute? How to dilute? How to dilute concentrated sulfuric
Adding
acid?
water.
Yeah, we can add water.
Add
How to dilute Kong sulfuric acid? What will you do? What will you do? Add
add water.
add
Add water.
It's
water to Kong sulfuric acid.
Add Zerat.
Correct, no? Don't add Zerat. Add water to Kong sulfuric acid. Okay, so to dilute Kong sulfuric acid, you have to add water. But if you add water, no, to Kong sulfuric acid, then I will not take the responsibility again. After you add water to Kong sulfuric acid, if your body burns 30%, then I am not responsible. So you don't do this. Okay? Don't do this. Don't perform this way. Okay? So rather, what you can do is you take water. You take sufficient water in a water trough. Water in a water trough. You take water in a water trough, and from top, by using a glass rod, pour from here. Pour concentrated sulfuric acid slowly, and then stir it, and then stir it. That is how you dilute the acid. We don't add water to acid. No, to dilute. We add acid to water. Okay, we add acid to water. In the English alphabet, A comes before W. No, A comes before W. That's why while diluting any
it's
acid, add
Yeah.
acid to water, not water to acid. No, you don't do this. You don't do this. Okay. So is this clear to you, all of you now? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So if we add water to acid and if we add water to acid and blast,
No, blast. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
like body will burn. No.
I'll tell you that now. See, suppose if you take a container, okay, and in this container you have taken concentrated sulfuric acid, okay. Now remember, Kong sulfuric acid loves water very much, loves water very badly. Are you getting it? Kong sulfuric acid loves water very badly. It likes water. It has a high affinity for water. So if you take a glass rod, say if you take a glass rod and start pouring water over here. If you pour water, okay. The first few drops of water which come over here in contact with the acid, all this volume of the acid, they dive to get hold of those water molecules. Are you getting it? That is why there is splashing of the acid. There will be what? Splashing of the acid. And the person who is standing over here, and the person who is standing over here performing the experiment, he or she will get burnt. Are you getting it? Because of the splashing of the acid. Because Kong sulfuric acid, it has a high affinity. High affinity.
Sir,
Affinity
if
means,
the is sir, if that
huh? Yes, tell me.
sir, if the person who is doing the experiment wears a special kind of suit,
Then no problem, but it depends what type of suit he is wearing. Okay, if it is not special, then it will get burned. If it is special also, sulfuric acid reacts. Splash sulfuric acid reacts because it has become dilute because we are adding water. No? So there will be holes. There will be small, tiny holes like stomata. You know stomata? Below the leaf lamina, no? There is stomata
sir.
in biology.
Yes, sir.
No? So it will make small holes, tiny pores. Okay. On the special apparatus, special uniform you are wearing. Okay. So that's why remember, never add water to acid. Always add acid to water while diluting it. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
so now, have you
Pure
all?
as crystal.
Yes. A. Add
Yes,
acid
sir,
to
clear.
water. A. Remember this way. This is a generalized method of remembering things, difficult things. Because in the exam you might get confused whether to add water to acid or acid to water. Okay, dilute it. So that's why I'm telling you. In the English alphabet, A comes before W. No, so that's why write A first. Write A first, and this side write water W and write acid to water for dilution. For what? Dilution. Are you getting it? This is how you have to generalize. This is my method. I'm telling you all. You can make your own methods also to generalize so many learning things. Do not waste time in learning anything without understanding. Of course, you have to learn equations, some lab method of preparation, general method. You have to learn, but these small things, you try to generalize and put it in your head forever and ever. Like there are so many. I have made 150 generalization for myself to remember whatever I teach up to class 12. Now, those even if I try to forget, they don't go out of my mind. Like you don't forget to wake up, you don't forget to eat, you don't forget to ride a bicycle, you don't forget to drive a car. No, if you have learned once, in a similar way, I suggest you all, since you are in class 10 already, whenever you are learning, make it a habit of generalizing things. Correlate, correlate with the surroundings around you. Name of a chemical compound. Correlate with somebody. Okay, formula of a compound. Correlate with something. Something which you are interested. So that way it will help you remember things in an easy manner. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? For example, last time I had given one generalization for aqua regia. No? Had I given? Huh? One generalization I had given for aqua regia. How will you remember what is aqua regia? How will you remember? What is aqua regia? We know aqua regia is
Ammonia
concentrated
3.
Water.
concentrated nitric acid
Ammonia
plus
3.
concentrated hydrochloric acid. But which one is what volume? What is the volume of Kong nitric acid? What is the volume of Kong hydrochloric acid? How will you remember? Huh? Tell me. How will you remember? Yes.
Nitrate 3 hydrochloric.
Put the O3 in front of
Yes.
HCl.
Very good. Very good.
3 of
This,
O in front
this
of HCl.
3 of nitric acid, put it in front of HCl. That's it. So this becomes 1 volume of Kong nitric acid and 3 volumes of Kong hydrochloric acid. It is called aqua regia. What is this called? It is called aqua regia. Now after that only go to the next step, where when these two acids are combined in this volume ratio, it forms nitrosyl chloride, water, and nascent chlorine. Nascent. It is nascent. NaSCNT, nascent. Not nasse, not nasse. Nasse means bathe in Nepali, not nasse. Okay, I'm talking about nascent chlorine. Nascent chlorine is reactive. Okay, if you talk about locally nasse in Nepali, then that is also reactive, but Padmas fellow, no. So here I am talking about nascent chlorine, a free atom of chlorine which is reactive. Are you getting it? So That's why give time, give more time to whenever you are learning something, and try to generalize and remember. Okay. So is this clear till here now, my students, my dear students?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
very
sir.
good.
Yes,
Now
sir.
Yes, sir.
let us move to the next slide. Okay,
Yes,
let us move
sir.
to the next slide. Now the manufacture of sulfuric acid by a process which is called contact process. So first thing is you learn this contact. You come in contact. You come in contact with whom? Sulfuric acid. You will burn yourself. Okay. So next time somebody is talking about contact, think about whom? Think about sulfuric acid being manufactured on a large scale. Okay. So manufacture, the word manufacture itself means to prepare something on a large scale, not in the laboratory. So here sulfuric acid is manufactured on a large scale by a process which is called contact process, because the most important reaction because the most important reaction of the contact process takes place in a container, a chamber which is called the contact chamber. Okay. Now please mute yourself. Somebody is becoming very wise over there. I'm talking unnecessarily. Okay. Now let us look at the details of the contact process. In the contact process, we need sulfur. We need sulfur or iron pyrites, FeS2. We need sulfur or what? Iron pyrites, FeS2. Sulfur or FeS2. Okay. So these are the requirements for the contact process. We need either sulfur powder or iron pyrites. This is called iron pyrites. Iron, PYRITS, iron pyrites. Now, in step 1, we react this sulfur with oxygen or the iron pyrites with oxygen to produce, we burn it, okay, to produce sulfur dioxide gas in step 1. Okay. Now, once the sulfur dioxide gas is formed, it is sent, it is purified in step 2, and then it is sent in a contact tower and it is mixed with oxygen to prepare sulfur trioxide, and the catalyst in the tower, it is vanadium pentoxide, V2O5. It is what? Vanadium pentoxide. It is vanadium pentaoxide.
So,
Okay, V2O5.
vanadium.
Vanadium pentaoxide. Okay, vanadium pentaoxide. Okay, that is the catalyst. So, in the contact tower, the sulfur dioxide is reacting with oxygen to form sulfur trioxide. After that, the sulfur trioxide which is formed in the contact tower, it is sent to the absorption tank containing sulfuric acid. It is dissolved in sulfuric acid, and then oleum is formed. Pyrosulfuric acid or oleum is formed. Okay. Now to this oleum or pyrosulfuric acid, in the dilution tank, we add calculated amount of water to obtain sulfuric acid of the desired concentration. So this is a flow chart. This is just a flow chart to make you understand the various steps involved in the contact process. But what is more important over here is in the next slide you will have a look at the chemical equations involved in the contact process. So have a look very carefully. Here you can see the chemical reactions involved. Contact process, manufacture of sulfuric acid. So the first step, it happens in the contact tower. It happens in the contact tower where once we obtain sulfur dioxide gas by burning, say by burning sulfur, if you burn sulfur plus oxygen, you can get sulfur dioxide gas. Or if you burn iron pyrites, 4FeS2, iron pyrites plus if you burn in oxygen, this will also give sulfur dioxide. This will also give sulfur dioxide and iron oxide. So here sulfur dioxide obtained is 8SO2. So I am talking about this sulfur dioxide which is produced either here or either over here. Okay. So in the contact tower, sulfur dioxide is burned in oxygen. Catalyst is vanadium pentoxide. The temperature is between 450 to 500 degrees Celsius. Okay. Then we obtain sulfur trioxide over here. After that, the sulfur trioxide is sent to the absorption tower containing Kong sulfuric acid. This sulfur trioxide is dissolved. It is dissolved in Kong sulfuric acid to obtain oleum. H2S2O7 is called oleum or pyrosulfuric acid. PYRO. Pyrosulfuric acid. Okay, now once pyrosulfuric acid is formed, now this pyrosulfuric acid is treated with water, or we add this pyrosulfuric acid to, can add to water in a dilution tank. It is kept in a dilution tank, water is there. Okay, we add this acid, what you call pyrosulfuric acid over here and dilute it. Okay, and then we obtain the required sulfuric acid on a large scale. Okay, so these are the steps which are very important. Contact process has been important every year. Okay, every year questions are asked from the contact process in the ICC in the final examination. So these are the steps which is required for the manufacture of sulfuric acid by the contact process. Okay, so what they will ask you? They will ask you, how do we obtain sulfur dioxide gas for the manufacture of sulfuric acid? So you must mention by either burning sulfur in oxygen or by burning iron pyrites in oxygen. This equation is balanced equation, so better learn it. This is learning thing. Here you must use your memory power. Okay. So iron pyrites is FeH2 plus 11O2 is giving twice Fe2O3 plus 8SO2. So that is how you get sulfuric acid. Okay. Now coming to some questions. What type of questions they can ask from this contact process manufacture? Okay. Now they will ask you, what type of reaction is this? Reaction is happening in the what we call contact tower. They can ask you. In the contact tower, what type of reaction is happening? So it is an exothermic reaction. It is an exothermic reaction. Okay, it is an exothermic reaction. It is an exothermic reaction. You must remember this. This is the answer. The type of reaction is exothermic. Why? Because in the beginning only the temperature is maintained between 450 to 500 degrees Celsius. After that it is left. So the heat generated from the reaction, it controls the further progress of the reaction, and we obtain sulfur trioxide, which is sent in the next step. Okay, now they might ask you, what is the pressure also? What is the pressure required for the contact process? The pressure required over here, it is normally 1 to 2 atmospheres. 1 to 2 atmospheres. So the pressure required in the contact process is 1 to 2 atm, atmospheric pressure. Okay, so these are the questions which can be asked. Okay. So the next question they can ask you, sulfur trioxide, once it is formed, why don't we dissolve this sulfur trioxide in water? Why don't we don't dissolve? Okay. Rather, what they are doing is, we are taking sulfur trioxide and it is being absorbed in Kong sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Why is this done? This is not done. Why? Yes, this is one question they can ask. The sulfur trioxide which is prepared in the contact tower, it is not dissolved in water. Rather, it is absorbed. It is dissolved in Kong sulfuric acid. Why? I have mentioned the question in the previous class also, in answer also in the previous class. Why
dangerous?
Yes, it is dangerous. How it is dangerous? How, in what way it becomes dangerous? In what way the reaction becomes dangerous? That is important to
The
understand.
person.
Yes.
So because sulfur trioxide.
Yes.
So because sulfur trioxide
Ah.
it get affected to water
Because
and forms splash.
sulfuric vapors will be there.
Yes.
The splash.
Yes.
Sulfuric
Not-
acid vapor.
Not splash over here. If you try to dissolve sulfur trioxide in water, no. Sulfur trioxide gas is highly soluble in water. The reaction is highly exothermic. Too exothermic. Now, because of the highly exothermic nature of the reaction, no, the sulfuric acid formed, it is not in the liquid state, it is in the vapor state. Okay, and once vapors of sulfuric acid are formed, they will not condense easily. They will not condense. Before condensing, they will make sure everything around them is burnt. Are you getting it? Are you getting my answer now? Are you getting my answer, my dear boys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's why remember, sulfur trioxide, even though sulfur trioxide is an acid anhydride of sulfuric acid, it is not directly absorbed in water to give sulfuric acid. The reason is the reaction is highly exothermic, resulting in what? Production of a dense fog of sulfuric acid particles which do not condense easily. So once the vapors of sulfuric acid is formed, they start reacting immediately with whatever they come into contact with. That's why instead of dissolving sulfur trioxide in water, we dissolve or absorb sulfur trioxide in common sulfuric acid to obtain oleum H2H2O7 or pyrosulfuric acid, which is a better and a stable product which can be diluted further to prepare sulfuric acid of the desired concentration. Okay, so these are the few main questions which can be asked from here. Okay, so please make sure you go through these slides and the questions and the contact process from the textbook itself. In a textbook, you'll find your this contact process on pages number 206 and 7 and 8. 205, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, page 205 is there, page 206 and page 207. Okay, now it's already time. Okay, it's already 10:32 and you have to have a break time also, otherwise there will be a problem. Okay, so just hang on, let me record the attendance, then only you leave the class and take a short break. Okay, just hang on. Do not leave the class just now, just hang on, let me record the attendance first, then only you leave the class.
Sir,
Yes. Yes,
sir,
yes.
I have a question.
Yeah, question, ask me a question.
Sir, that Mamta Banerjee
Thank you,
said
sir.
that after Dussehra that we will have our
Yeah, I
offline
was
classes, sir.
really
Is
very
it true?
happy. Yes, it's true, 100% true. I was really very happy to hear that because finally we can go to school and life in school is just wonderful. I love that. Okay, so
So we have offline classes.
we'll have class.
So we can leave.
Now you can
Golden
leave.
life.
Yeah. Okay, now
School
you can
days
leave.
are golden.
Now you can leave. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.